Hope you have been enjoying this market analysis video series. If you haven't seen my other videos, you should definitely check them out. I just did a full breakdown on the business marketplace industry and how we can innovate it with small solutions that provide the business buyers to have more access to the information that they want and also to have more access to one another. And so I believe, based upon my analysis of these business marketplace sites, the fact that they're not creating a collaborative community, I believe we have the opportunity to create the social media for business. And so that's why I broke down the business marketplaces, and now I'm about to do the full breakdown on the history of social media, starting with LinkedIn, because ironically they're going to be, the perfect comparison in the sense of what the market is not receiving. And so LinkedIn, a lot of people don't, I didn't realize this, that LinkedIn was founded before Facebook. Facebook was founded in 2004. And so LinkedIn is not the social media for business. It's a professional networking career development site. Okay. So like people go on LinkedIn to get jobs and to get clients, but it's not a place to buy and sell businesses. Like if you look at like these sites where there's like specifically like listings on the feed, if you see this, like there aren't listings like for sale. It is a professional networking site. It's like a resume site. It's a place to validate like if people are real or not. And that's why I believe there's a massive opportunity to integrate what these business listing sites are doing and then putting it into a social media aspect. So the problem that LinkedIn solved is it created a reliable site to find quality candidates and jobs. So if you want to hire someone, you're going to look up their LinkedIn to see who, where they went to school and like who they associated with. It's a place to validate who people are. And so their pricing model is geared towards the recruiter and the businesses that want to market and get in front of candidates. And so they've got over 800 million users, which obviously is a lot. And so what I'm saying is there's a few things that LinkedIn is not doing that I definitely want to add into my model to, create that social media business aspect. So here's how our job board is set up. Here, there's just going to be a feed where companies can post different opportunities that they have. And so people will be able to interact with these different posts. See, I made it a long one. So this is one where I want to hire a bunch of people as the company scales. But so here, people can interact with the posts, and there's also a chat system. So that's not a huge innovation outside of LinkedIn. But what we do provide that LinkedIn isn't providing is a shared drive system where people can be uploading their resumes, and companies that are providing jobs, they can be uploading documents as well, where it can be geared to the candidates, where it's like, look, we're looking for people that fit these criteria. Da 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 da. So that is a little bit unique. Is like I don't see LinkedIn providing a shared document system, so that's not provided. And then we also have a task management system. So I'll show you that here in like the virtual assistant team. So here's like where people can hire virtual assistants. And so here there's a task management system where a company could hire someone, and then there's a collaborative process where, for example, like this company, Chef Fresh, like he has these tasks that he wants completed, and then my virtual assistant team is getting them done. And then so he's able to hire that candidate like literally in the platform and then have me be a supervisor. So that's also unique that LinkedIn isn't providing, is a collaborative process between the candidate and the company and the platform itself. And so this task management system isn't just need to be used in that manner as well. It could just be used to run and organize businesses. So for example, like every single one of the people on LinkedIn have some sort of task planner that they're using for their business. And so like they could like essentially log into LinkedIn and have a more organized way to run their day without paying an additional monthly subscription. So that's another example of an innovation that we provide. And so they also, obviously there is no CRM where consultants can like pick up the phone and do data mining and shared marketing. And then there isn't a feed. So here's like our business for sale feed where people can like and comment, interact with business listings. So these are all things that, like I said, LinkedIn is considered the social media for business currently, but I just gave you a bunch of different things that LinkedIn isn't doing that helps business owners. And that's why it's my job and my duty to bring this to the marketplace. Another aspect that we provide is, so like LinkedIn does have its groups, but like, so here we have filtered groups, and so each one of these groups has their own content management system where they can be uploading training and uploading documents, have a calendar where webinars and events can be held. So these are all, like I said, tools and systems that LinkedIn isn't providing, which is considered the social media for business. Another thing they're not providing is like a story feature. Excuse me. So here's what so similar to how like Snapchat has like a story feature, Snapchat and Instagram, like LinkedIn doesn't have an interactive story. And then so our business model, like we're gonna have a story, and so that's gonna be used as marketing for all of the different sellers and all the different consultants. And so that's gonna just be a new way that buyers and sellers can interact, because each one of our work groups has targeted, right? So like each one's going to be like, for trucking, truck drivers and truck companies can be posting on their story, hey, work with us, invest into our company. Or with Airbnb, hey, here's a couple of deals that we have available, and so on and so forth. Like there would be stories where you can share like your close friends, like similar to like Instagram, but there also will be like sponsored stories across the feed as the platform grows. And as I mentioned, like I'm just explaining all the different things that LinkedIn isn't doing that I want to do, and that's why I believe what we're creating is the social media for business. And yeah, that's kind of a lot that I think I unpacked. I hope you got great value out of this analysis. I'm trying to think. We also can show people. You can like manage your entire organization on here. You can see like what people are doing like for the year, productivity and all that. You can you can have people clock in and clock out. You can track all of that here on the platform. You can oversee staff. So you can see like what your assistants are doing. You can see what anyone on your team is doing, your sales team, anyone, all that. So imagine if all of these features were on LinkedIn and had 800 million users, how much wealth would be created and cultivated. If there was like, thousands of job opportunities, people are chatting, where there's a shared drive, there's a task management system, there's training for the positions directly in the platform. So like there's a university where different course creators are going to be able to upload content. There's a shared CRM where people can learn, get a job, and immediately log into the system and start working and directing them into whatever position. So these are all things that LinkedIn is not providing that we must provide. And that's why I'm doing this full analysis, breaking down the 4 different markets, the BizOp, social media, consulting, training, and SaaS tools. So you got a lot of value, just breaking down what LinkedIn's not doing and like how I added some of the SaaS elements. And so everything that I'm explaining, we're giving for just a one-time fee of $100. Users are going to get access to the social media of business, right? And so LinkedIn, they're charging $39 a month, $49 a month for like premium users. And so we have to launch it with our MVP $100 product. And then as we scale and we get funded, we will move to a freemium model as well. And that's going to be how we can really push the pavement and get into the market. And so I hope you got a great breakdown, understanding of where we're going to take the company. Like I said, we're going to launch it with the $100 product. And then as we grow and scale, we'll have a free model when we don't even need to charge for our users, and then upsell to the $100 to give them more content, more documents. So I hope you got great value in this breakdown. So LinkedIn is the first one. I'm going to be going through the entire history of social media. So like I said, LinkedIn was founded in 2002, and they were created to be a reliable site to find quality candidates and jobs. It is not created to help people buy and sell businesses and sell services. So that's why we created the Acquisition Network, the first and only social media for businesses. So I hope you got great value on this market analysis, and I'll see you on the next one. The future of doing business is now.